After a 20-month closure, the United States reopened its land border to fully vaccinated Canadian travelers today. But officials at Ryden's border store say they only saw a minor uptick in customers this morning as the need for expensive PCR tests upon returning to Canada seems to be keeping many people from heading down to Minnesota. Alex Flood has the details.
The U.S. border crossing at Pigeon River was only about 10% busier than the pandemic normal, as slightly more Canadians, mainly snowbirds heading south for the winter, took advantage of the long-awaited reopening. The first stop in Minnesota is Ryden's border store, where some came to pick up long-awaited packages in person. Store manager Jamie Spry was pleased with the customer turnout early in the morning, saying it was nice to see some familiar faces as the store's day-to-day procedures slowly return to normal.
We did get a few people that were actually coming in that were picking up packages, making a trip of it, going for a day or two to Grand Marais or Duluth, and then getting their packages and heading back. So that's nice. We haven't seen that in a year and a half, other than businesses being able to come down. So it was different. It was busy for a while. It's kind of slowed down now. I think a lot of people got moving pretty early in the morning.
Travelers returning to Canada are still required to take a costly PCR test, a measure which Spry feels will continue to hamper foot traffic through his store. He does, however, remain hopeful the Canadian government will soon lift the testing requirement, which will allow travelers to make shorter trips, like picking up a package, much easier and cheaper.
We're going to see some people that are going to make a trip of it, and they're going to go down for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days, which is far better than what we were seeing before. But yeah, it does restrict a little bit of the travel, I'm sure. But hopefully that will all be ended in the next, recent time, and we'll be able to see people just coming down for a day to pick up their packages or go to the gas station or duty free or whatever. So.
As the holiday season approaches, Spry expects to see a steady rise in customer numbers as Canadians will be ordering gifts for pickup over the next several weeks. Alex Flood, TBT News.